Yep.
Planted my feet on the floor, made sure I got on over here to this Black Talk radio station to join my friend Ashley Shelton and our ace producer on the other side of the glass, Jared Broad. And you all, WBOK, Good Morning Show family of listeners. So we appreciate your tuning in. We know you've got choices of places to be, things to do, things to listen to and watch. And we sure appreciate you giving us some of your time. It's 7:02 a.m. You got somewhere to be at 7:05. You got about 3 minutes and a little bit more time if you got to be there for 7:15 or 7:30. As always, we'd like to give you a bit of an idea of what we felt and saw when we came in. So it is bright and sunny out there, and it's about 82 degrees. And it's going to be partly cloudy, partly sunny as the morning goes on, and the temperatures will be rising. But don't be fooled by that 82 degrees because already feels like 90, 91 degrees. How'd you feel coming in?
Yeah, I know it's hot. It is hot.
It might not be raining, but I got these little sweat beads.
Yeah.
Just getting out of the car.
Right. No, it's hot. It's hot. We are in the heart of it. Okay. And there's an extreme heat warning too for today.
Yep. And thank you for bringing it up because we had that yesterday, and Damon told us that it would continue, and so extreme heat warning. So it's not even in effect yet,
Right.
and it's so hot and humid.
Right.
But it's going in effect a little bit later this morning, probably around 11 o'clock, and going to be in effect until 8 p.m. Most of us, if we're going anywhere, that's when we're going to be out.
Right. That's when you're in and out of the car.
And 8, and you might be inside by 7, 8, 9, 10, but it's not even over until 8 p.m. And who knows, that could change. So please plan accordingly. Take care of yourself. Make sure that you have plenty of fluids. No, let's change it. Not just any fluids.
Water and electrolytes.
Don't go grab that Coke 45. Will said drink plenty of fluids. Nope. Water.
Yep. Electrolytes.
Those kind of fluids. That's what you're going to need today to make it through and make sure that you're okay. And then if you've got folks who don't pay attention to that kind of thing, make sure that they get a swig.
Yep.
All right? Sometimes you're with friends and it's like, when's the last time you had some water?
Yeah, no. And,
just ask them. Give them some. Give them some.
Yep. I agree. And, and I think in extreme heat, people don't realize that, the elderly and our babies are really vulnerable in extreme heat. And so check on your grandma, check on the folks you care about because that heat surprises folks.
Absolutely. And this is definitely one of those times when, we don't want to hear about people of any age, but particularly young ones, left in the car. Are just going in to get some milk and eggs.
Yeah.
Please don't do that.
Yeah. No.
Please, you don't want to do that in the winter.
Right.
But you definitely don't want to do that with these kind of temperatures.
Yeah.
It's just not worth the risk. I'd rather that you shop the next day and make do with the one egg you got at home than to lose your child or lose somebody else's child because they were in a hot car. So,
also bring them inside the store.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, like I tell folks, it was like we're all in the store together, and it's fine.
Absolutely. I remember being a little kid and going with my
running
daddy
up and down the aisle,
all over to Swagman and the Economy, and for those who of a certain age in New Orleans. So, talk about some ain't there no more grocery stores. But it was fun.
Yep.
Ripping and running and then saying, "Come here, boy."
Yep.
Yep. But I was
basket.
in the cool. But I was in the cool doing my thing to help make groceries however way I could. Grab the cereal, grab the this,
Yes.
that kind of thing. But
Yes.
inside and within eyesight of my dad. I don't know about other families, but my dad did the shopping. So,
You know,
my
it's
dad.
funny.
Now,
My dad
now my
too.
mom gave him the list.
And it's like, don't substitute.
Right.
This is the list.
Here's the list, and you take the kids.
Yep.
So-
Yep. No. Same.
Oh boy. Well, please. I don't know if we can emphasize it enough. You really going to have to be careful today. If you are drinking other things, it's okay if you're drinking some non-alcoholic other things that you might be used to drinking, the diet this and the Fanta that and the orange this and the cream. Okay. Just don't make that the drink of choice for 8, 9, 10 times today and not drink water, because it will not help you in
No.
the same way. It might be cool, might be cold, but it's not going to help
Yep.
you in
Yep.
the
Your
same
body
way
needs
that
water.
water will help you. So please be careful with that. We have a good show today. We're going to be looking at what's happening in New Orleans culture. And I'm excited about that because you know what? It's New Orleans.
Mhm.
It's Louisiana.
It
I mean,
is.
there's always stuff going on.
Yes.
And sometimes we need reminders about what we have here. It's so rich. People come here from all kinds of other places to see us.
They
See
do.
us. They
They
can't
do.
go to New York and see us.
They can.
They can't go to LA and see us. They can't
Nope.
go to hot Atlanta and see all those black people and see us.
Right.
And you certainly can't go to Cleveland and see us. Or as LeBron said the other day, Memphis.
Right. Well,
Nice places.
Yep.
I've been to each of those places.
Yeah,
Nice
exactly.
places, but
Fun to be had.
they ain't us, as they say.
Right. Well,
You
and
know.
definitely the food is not the same.
Absolutely, positively. Not, yeah, because, there's just a lot of people who can throw down here. And as my wife likes to say, after visiting for more than 40 years and now living here, because she's been around for quite a while, and now living, she says, one of the things I learned about New Orleans is you can't be a bad cook in New Orleans and keep your restaurant open very long.
You cannot. Too many choices. Too many choices.
Yeah, no, that's
that's
just not going to work.
It's not. But I tease folks. It was like you can have $5 or spend $100, and it's still going to be the best food you've ever eaten.
Absolutely.
Anywhere on the spectrum. But if you love New Orleans will always love you back.
Yep. And I'll give you an example of just in the last 48 hours. A friend of mine and her husband coming to visit New Orleans. He texted me every day. Where do I need to go? Where do you see? But they're looking to have a good time.
Yeah.
They're looking to have a good time. And we need folks like that to come and see who we are and what we got. And it's not just food that they're interested in. They're interested in seeing some of our culture and our sites. And so that'll be
some
good.
good music. To listen to. Yeah.
Absolutely. So we're going to be talking about that during the show today. And, it's been a couple of days since we've mentioned the name Nolan Wells.
Yes.
So, yes, there was a memorial service in Mississippi, got national attention. But let's not forget that the investigation is ongoing. And in the last day or so, there's been some audio released. And frankly, some of it has been doctored because these days some people are better with AI than others. And
Right.
they can manipulate things. And people putting all kinds of pictures out there of this, that, and the other, not doing anything with Nolan Wells because some people are just really creative with the technology.
Right.
I saw a friend, he just posted, he asked AI to create a movie poster featuring him based on available information.
Oh, wow.
It was like, that's really cool.
Right.
Look at that.
Okay.
Look at Bob,
Yeah.
the star of the movie.
Right.
With things in the background related to what he does. I was like, man.
Interesting.
I know.
AI has its purpose.
That's
Music
right.
has its
That's right. Yeah.
uses.
And so he was, as I used to say, he was just funning around.
Mm-hmm.
But but you can also use that for in other
For
ways.
yeah.
And some of that is happening with this Nolan Wells case because people very much want to identify certain people, certain friends, certain incidences, and say people are guilty.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any of us who, if you're a mom or a dad, uh, see that this is over just because your loved one has had a service.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
not.
that.
Yeah.
And
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 especially
you mean different things when you say justice.
yeah.
You mean different things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as a mom, I have to tell you, I'm very clear about what justice looks like,
Hmm.
and and I think this is any parent's worst nightmare, and and so much has been happening, and justice there has to be some answers.
Absolutely.
There's no peace
Mm-mm.
in not knowing what happened to your child,
Mm-mm.
right? People lawyering up, people not willing to have a real conversation about what happened. There's no peace, and so I definitely need peace. And then in addition to this, this sound coming out, too, the mother's been under attack. So
Yes.
have you seen how they've
Yes. It's
literally
ugly.
so ugly? They're rating her on the ad on the website for her medical professionalism and all of these different things, and so she's grieving, and people are choosing to target her and her career, and that I mean, I don't like, where's our humanity?
Yeah. Right. So we're going to spend some time with this. So I hope you'll be patient with us because we're going to play some of the audio, and we're going to not play it one time. We're not going to play it one time because I want you to listen,
Yep.
and I want you to listen carefully, and I want you to hear different interpretations of what we're hearing
Yep.
or not hearing
Mm-hmm.
so that you can make up your mind about what's being said, what you hear, what you think you hear, what you definitely hear. So we're not going to rely on a single report this morning. So we're going to have a couple of different reports
Yep.
with some different angles, some different ideas about what it is and what it isn't. So hang in there for that because we're going to walk you through, and I'll be interested to hear what some of you all think when you hear what I heard.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
hear what I heard. Well, right now we're going to take a call. Good morning, Ryan. You're on with. Good morning, Ryan. You're on with Will Sutton and Ashley Shelton. How are you?
Uh,
Okay. All right. We lost Ryan. You can give us a call back, Ryan, if you'd like. 504-582-9422. 504-582-9422 is the talk line number. As we were saying, we're going to have some variety of reports and some different kind of listens, not looks, listens at the audio. And there are some transcripts
mhm.
out there as well. We'll be getting that, but one of the things I want to emphasize is the audio that's being used is not something that somebody snatched from somewhere. It's official
Yep.
government
Right.
audio that they released.
Yep.
This is not
Yeah. This is
mama got something from the friend of the friend of the
yeah.
friend. Let me show
Yeah.
you what
No.
I have on my cell phone.
Yeah. No.
This is
official
official
transcript.
government audio. And, I'm no investigator, but I tell you what, I'm a daddy.
Yeah.
And based on what I'm hearing, I'm like,
Yeah.
my concerns just got deeper.
Yeah. Absolutely.
My
And
concerns
even
got
without the
deeper.
audio, it doesn't. Like, he's not. The Nolan Wells is not here.
Right, right.
And and the idea that people don't want this family to receive any kind of information, peace, justice, any of those words is it's crazy to me. It's
Yeah.
crazy to me. And no matter no matter who you are, like, everybody's life has value, and
Yep.
you don't have to like everybody or
No.
like what they say, what they do, what they look like. But at the end of the day, everybody's life has value, and certainly has value to their parents,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Yep.
The people that love
Yep. And the Howard University drama is continuing.
them.
So we probably should talk about that a bit sometime during the show before we get to more of the show. I did want to bring this to your attention because I know so many of you all are interested in, curious about, concerned about our New Orleans public school system. Well, there was a school board plan considered yesterday, and it looks like we are marching toward closure of more schools. So the proposed policy, it is not a policy yet. The proposed policy says that if the district-wide enrollment this October falls below some certain benchmarks, then the superintendent will be responsible for downsizing the district. Downsizing the district. So it's a proposed policy. The school board has the vote on the policies. The policy could be revised, but the plan has to be developed, and that plan, if that policy is approved, has to list schools that would include schools that would be closed mid-year,
Which is
not the
crazy.
end of the academic year,
Yeah, and this,
but mid-year, like by December
I mean,
15th.
but I have several friends and their kids, even last year, and we're looking for schools because the school closed mid-year, which is crazy, and it's so hard on the kids.
It's very hard on the kids. I mean, I mean, first of all, it's hard on the parents because you kind of plan your academic year based on their schedule.
Yep.
What needs to be done at this time, so they can be out by this time, drop them off or the bus or
Right.
the school salary. And then all of that is out of the window because that's not where they're going to school anymore.
Right. No,
And
it's
of course,
wild.
then there's the classmates that they like or dislike and friends, and
Yep.
then they're scattered.
Yep.
And of course, that's going to affect their learning.
Yep.
So, but in general terms, I get the idea of fewer kids, lower enrollment. How many buildings do we need? But according to one school board member, Olin Parker, he's saying that this is the continuation of something that the school district has to deal with, and pointing out that 14 schools have been closed or consolidated since 2020, but largely important because the district has lost thousands of students and expected to lose even more.
Hmm.
So that's something that is developing, and we'll need to keep an eye on. I know there are a number of you who are very concerned
Hmm.
about what's happening, and you have a right to be. So I wanted to make sure that we brought that up before I forgot during the show, and we'll watch that today and in the coming days. It is 7:20 a.m. I'm Will Sutton here with Ashley Shelton
Yep.
from the Power Coalition,
Yep. Good morning. Good morning.
and we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to jump into looking more closely at what is going on with Nolan Wells. And in particular, we're going to focus on the audio. So it's not going to be like you can hear my voice or Ashley's voice as well as you can hear us right now. But so you're going to have to listen extra closely. But we're not going to play it just one time. So I want to make sure that you hear what we think we hear
Right.
and a couple of different points of view. All right, 7:21 a.m. Ashley Shelton, what's that talk line number?
504-582-9422. Give us a call.
This is WBOK 1230 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about
All day long.
I'm Daryl Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. Neighbors in St. Roch are raising concerns over a dangerous intersection with frequent crashes, sometimes leading to property damage. Public records showed 12 911 calls for car or traffic incidents at North Miro and Elysian Fields so far this year. One man we spoke to near St. Roch Avenue and North Robertson Street says he's moving out of New Orleans because of repeated crashes in the area. Mayor Helena Moreno released a safety action plan in May. It lists millions of dollars in plan improvements along North Claiborne Avenue, North Robertson Street, and Elysian Fields Avenue. All right, a fresh face is coming for a storied street, home to culture, movies, and memories. City leaders are looking to restore Canal Street to the distinct destination it once was, announcing a new initiative for the crucial corridor. The Canal Street Renaissance Initiative aims to improve public safety and increase economic development. The first phase of this initiative is already underway, and city leaders say it focuses on public safety, code enforcement, and infrastructure. The new phases of the project will focus on expanding arts and entertainment, recruiting new retailers, and filling vacant storefronts. And major changes coming too soon as oversight of the Sewage and Water Board of New Orleans shifts from the state to the New Orleans City Council on August 1st. So on Thursday, the council will consider a proposed ordinance that will create a new governing structure for the utility. This would include changes to the board's composition, responsibilities, and city oversight. Tomorrow's meeting on the future of Sewage Water Board starts at 10 a.m. I'm Daryl Forges, and that's your headlines for WBOK. And have a great day.
Psst, come close. No, closer. Have you heard about the new blues show? It's the Blues Buffet with Jay Boogie, serving up all the blues you love to listen to.
Hey, New Orleans, it's Jay Boogie inviting you to join me for the Blues Buffet, the best soul blues mix on the planet. Happening Saturday night at 9 o'clock, right here at 12:30 a.m. WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about.
Greetings and salutations. I am Edward B. Coulon Smith, chairman of the board of the New Orleans Regional Black Chamber of Commerce. We'd like to invite you to tune in every Wednesday at 12 noon on WBOK to listen in on Black to Business and be a part of the movement that's going on. Thank you.
Throughout July, Louisiana residents get half off general admission to the National World War II Museum. Take advantage of 50% off and beat the summer heat at New Orleans' #1 attraction. Don't wait. Plan your visit at nationalww2museum.org.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Today's another WDSU First Warning Weather Alert Day. Because of the extreme heat, we could feel like 108 to 115 today. Probably not 115, but close enough. Highs for today, 93 to 98 degrees, mostly sunny, a 20% chance of a shower. Overnight lows dropping to the 70s and 80s. Highs for your Thursday back into the 90s, but better chances for rain. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Reshaw.
Good morning, wake up. The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, New Orleans, and welcome back to the Good Morning Show. We appreciate you tuning in, whether you've been in tune with us on 702, 704, 706, 12, or even 24. It's 7:26 a.m. now. If you got somewhere to be at 7:30, you got about 4 minutes, so I hope you are real close. And if you are still home and need to get yourself together, go ahead and do that at home. Take care of your stuff at home and give yourself enough time. Don't do like I did a few weeks ago. I thought I had everything together. I went out of the house. I didn't have the car keys.
Oh, goodness. It happens. It happens.
It does happen. But,
Yeah.
so what's your little checklist before you get out the door? All right? What's your little checklist? It's doesn't
Where's your
hurt to-
phone,
Yeah,
glasses,
right. Yep, watch, you
keys?
got all that. You're carrying a lunch. You got your lunch money. If you're not carrying a lunch, I mean, what all you need when you're heading out, especially if you're going somewhere of more than 15, 20 minutes and you're going to be there for a while. Got to make sure you have all your stuff together. Well, as promised before the break, we're going to spend a little time looking at the Nolan Wells case with a focus on the audio. So let me give you a little setup here. If all goes well with the technology, we're gonna play a couple of different versions of news stories and reports, because all of this is not news, frankly.
Right.
And in each of them, you will hear audio that has been released by the state of Mississippi. I mean, this is not made up audio.
Right.
So it's audio from the state, and then different people are listening to the audio, using different parts of the audio. Different folks are enhancing the audio and coming to some different conclusions. So we're going to have a couple of different reports. Yes, you're going to hear the audio more than one or two times, but I want you to listen closely. And then I certainly would like to have a conversation about what we're hearing or not hearing.
Right.
And I'd like to hear from some of you all as well. So first up is a News Nation. It's a national network, a News Nation report. So this is a news operation, and they their whole thing is we don't have biased coverage.
Yep.
So we don't have biased coverage. We look at all angles. We're just going to give you the news. And so their report is based on reporting from TMZ, reporting from the state, reporting from an audio person expert that they got. So here is that report from News Nation.
Tonight, we've got three major new developments in the mysterious death of Nolan Wells. First up, witnesses reportedly told investigators Wells had been drinking heavily with friends on Horn Island before he disappeared. That's according to a document with preliminary information from the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources. It was obtained by ABC News. Second, Nolan's friends have long said that he chose to remain on Horn Island after their boat left. Remember, he was talking to a young girl, young lady. Well, now, TMZ reports that sources with direct knowledge of the investigation say that at least two witnesses told law enforcement they saw Nolan on the island after that boat departed. Now, we haven't independently verified those claims. Authorities have not publicly confirmed them, but you can see why it's significant. Third, we've played brief excerpts of this distress call that were made from the boat on the show before, but now there is a longer version of the recording that has been released by the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources. It was aired by multiple local news outlets. In the call, a teen tells a sea tow dispatcher that the boat's bilge pump has failed, that the boat is sinking. And throughout the call, you can hear this commotion and multiple voices in the background. TMZ then took that same recording and enhanced the audio. The outlet says that some people believe that when you hear this or when you listen to it, they can hear, "Is he dead?" along with other phrases, including "Nolan, check his chest, wake up." So we want to play you clips from both versions. First, here's the original recording.
Detail Assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can you all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description?
Okay, now here's TMZ's enhanced version of that same recording.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can you all please come? We have a membership. Oh, shut the fuck up!
So what exactly did we just hear? I want to go to Robert Fried, digital forensics expert who spent more than 2 decades analyzing electronic evidence. He's the executive vice president of forensics and chief investigative officer at Page One. He's trained law enforcement agencies across the country in digital forensics and computer crime investigations. Thanks for taking the time. I want to take this step by step. So first of all, you analyzed both versions. What were you able or not able to determine?
Well, you can obviously look at just the totality of both versions and see that there's a time difference right away. One's 8.5 minutes, the other one's 8 minutes and 50 seconds. And what we actually did was we extracted or preserved the videos from the specific websites, the TMZ, as well as the WAFB website. And then what we were able to do there is take a digital fingerprint MD5 hash value of those two videos. They were obviously different, which means that they have different content. And then, we went in and we looked at the transcript that was able to be gleaned from both versions. And
so now
lots of differences there.
This goes to the main question. In those transcripts, from your analysis, does anyone say, is he dead? Check his chest. Nolan, wake up. Anything like that?
No. It's very distorted. Even if you hear it from the original to even the audio enhancement, it's still very difficult for some of the software that we use to even pick up those types of words. And there was nothing like that close to it in the transcriptions that we saw.
Is there a danger in someone telling you what to listen for? Do you go in with the preconceived, I don't know if the word is biased, but you're going in to look for those words and maybe you're hearing things that your mind is telling you that's what it is when it's really not?
Absolutely. When I first heard about some of the words that were apparently heard, my mind was automatically going to that as well. Am I going to hear those? Things like that. So my perception is, okay, let me hear what everybody's talking about and let's go down to, the specifics of it from a forensic analysis perspective. Can I actually transcribe those specific words as well from what's being provided to me?
So what do you think law enforcement's doing with this audio? If you were part of the investigation, what would you do with this audio now?
I would want to go and make sure that I have the data from the original source. What generated this audio recording? Let me go to the source. Because if I'm looking at different variations, you can even see, Jesse, that there's redactions in those audio recordings. There's account numbers that were shared. There were phone numbers. All that stuff is different than the original. I want to see the original, and I want to look at the metadata of the original.
So in other words, just real quick, if somebody said their phone number, there could be something in the background. That could be interesting. Right. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Interesting. Robert Fried, thanks so much.
Thank you for watching.
Okay. So that's the News Nation report. They played a couple of different versions of the audio, and they talked to the digital and audio expert that they identified to see what, based on his experience and background and listening to it, and what he thought he heard and didn't hear. And he doesn't seem to hear what others of us seem to hear. Yeah. Certainly there, as there often are, there's some differences between what black people see and what white people see with like all kinds of things. So you go all the way back to OJ and
Right.
all kinds of other things. But this does not seem to be a strict color line kind of thing, because I've seen a number of white people, particularly white women, white mothers, saying how deeply they're concerned and listening to and watching the various reports. If our technology is okay, I think we'll take a listen to Nancy Grace and her report. Nancy Grace has not exactly been, a great friend of black people. I mean, her whole thing is really kind of a showmanship approach to legal affairs, legal documentation, court drama, that kind of thing. So she's a bit animated, but she has taken on this Nolan Wells case and is continuing to drill in day after day. So she got a hold of this audio, and I wanted you to hear her report based on this audio. So here's Nancy Grace.
Breaking news tonight in the Nolan Wells investigation: enhanced distress call audio bombshell. This is obtained from the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources. It's not something we just found on TikTok. Listen.
Detail assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles?
What'd you say? Hey.
Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
Straight out to investigative reporter Crime Stories, Dave Mack. Did you just hear what I heard? Now, this has been transcribed, and this is the CTOW dispatch call. Because, Dave, when I first heard this, I thought, has this been doctored? Is this real? Where's this coming from, Dave?
Nancy, this is coming from from Mississippi, from the actual official. Okay, when we get into the Mississippi Fish and Wildlife and the reserve putting this out for the public, this is not like from Dave Mack's recording. This is an official recording, Nancy, that is being issued.
Guys, this was released from the MDMR, the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources. Okay, Alexis Tereszchuk, jump in.
So it sounds like before the woman starts talking, the operator, everyone in the background is saying, "Is he dead? Nolan, wake the up." They're saying, literally, "Is he dead?" Nobody has ever, none of the kids on this boat have ever admitted that anybody said that they thought Nolan was dead on the boat. This is the first time that we are hearing this.
What is the chance that this has been doctored in some way, Alexis Tereszchuk? Have you listened to it independently of any transcription?
I have listened to it. I've listened to it over and over, and I've listened to the audio where it's only the sound of the boy calling in and not the operator's voice. So it takes a little bit of the distraction out, and you can just hear the voice of the one friend saying, "Is he dead?" So the thing is, there have been a lot of false videos. There have been tons of AI-generated videos and images and things, but this is the official audio from the organization.
If this were...
Okay.
Yeah.
So, little different conclusion.
Yeah.
From the same audio, from the same enhanced audio, from the same state-released audio. And certainly gives me pause. Well,
absolutely.
It is
great concern. Great concern.
It is indeed. Well, Another person who has looked at this is a sister, a black woman who is Janetta Brantley. She's an audio engineer, has quite a background in audio work. If our technology works, let her give you some of her background, and then we'll go as far into the audio as we can, because her audio is a bit clearer than some of the others, in my opinion. But because we are a radio station, there are certain things that we can't just air. But we'll try to bounce around that, frankly, F word, and see if you can hear what Ms. Brantley has to say about the audio, and in advance of playing it. So if our technology works, this is Janetta Brantley.
Before I play this, I want to quickly explain what I did, what you're looking at on the screen, and why I chose to approach this audio the way that I did. As a professional audio engineer with experience in dialogue editing, dialogue cleanup, sound design, and post-production, I decided to work on that CTO call using traditional audio processing techniques rather than relying on any AI voice separation or AI enhancement. My goal was pretty much to preserve as much of the original recording as possible while making the quieter dialogue and background audio easier to hear. So I basically used techniques such as subtractive EQ, compression, gain adjustments, noise reduction, frequency isolation, and other traditional processing methods. And I specifically chose not to rely on AI because aggressive AI enhancements and voice isolation tools can sometimes introduce artifacts and distort the speech or create ambiguity around the sounds that were originally present. And for something this serious, I wanted my processing to remain as conservative as possible. For this first video, I'm sharing only approximately 37 seconds of the call. I originally intended to continue much further, but once I separated the dispatcher from the boat and started concentrating exclusively on the background dialogue, what I believed I was hearing became extremely difficult for me to process emotionally, and I needed to take a mental break. But I wanted to release this portion because some of the details that stood out most to me occur very early in the call, like right at the top of the call. And so I'm gonna let the audio play. Read my transcription if you want to reference, but don't allow it to determine what you hear. I want you to listen first, listen again, compare it with the original recording, and then judge it with your own ears.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Hey, up! Shut the fuck up!
So,
Yeah.
what'd you hear, Ashley?
I mean, I hear a bunch of kids panicking and trying to figure out what's happening, to their friend. But yeah, it sounds like what it sounds like to me.
So the first expert who was on the News Nation report said he didn't hear any of that. On the Nancy Grace report, Nancy Grace cited specific quotations and asked her audio expert if she heard any of that. She said yes. I don't know any of these people. But I have to say, the sister who gave her credentials
Yeah.
and the way she talked so intelligently about
And laid out.
what she did.
Yep.
I don't even know all of that stuff. But I was like, all right.
Yep.
Sounds like pretty specific, very careful
Yep.
use of your skills, not to make up anything.
Right.
She was very clear about that.
Yep.
I'm not making up anything.
Exactly.
And I'm specifically not using these AI tools because of these distortions that could happen.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, I mean it is, and then it also too flies in the face of the folks that said they saw him on the island after they left the boat. So that's also the other thing to me that
Why are these voices on the boat?
right. Why are you saying is he dead? Why are you
Nolan.
yeah,
Check his chest.
yeah, why are you saying
Wake up.
Yeah, why are you saying these things if he's still on the island? And
Very troubling.
It is so troubling, and again, this is somebody's life.
Indeed. Well, we're going to go to break. If you all want to tell us what you heard, I sure like to know what you heard. Ashley Shelton, what's that talk line number?
Yep, give us a call, 504-582-9422.
This is WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about
all day long.
Attention, WBOK listeners. Are you a fan of the station and want to show your support in style? Well, we've got some exciting news for you. Introducing the official WBOK merchandise, the perfect way to wear your love for the station. Whether you're a longtime listener or a new fan, we've got something for everyone. Head to WBOK1230.com now and grab your WBOK gear before it's gone. When you buy WBOK merch, you're not just getting quality items, you're supporting the station you love. Luxury isn't reserved for an overnight stay at the Ritz-Carlton, New Orleans. Join Annie Jones on the front porch on August 30th at 10 a.m. to learn more about the city's largest spa, signature treatments, afternoon tea times, and unforgettable experiences created with locals in mind. This is your invitation to indulge on August 30th, only on WBOK 1230 a.m.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana companies through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about what the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation does, please visit www.jazzandheritage.org.
Life has a way of shifting priorities, changing needs, and pivoting plans. Home Bank is there for all of them. Their bankers partner with you for every step along the way, from understanding your needs to celebrating your success. Home Bank is invested in the vibrant spirit of our community and in you. So partner with them. Stop on by any banking center in the greater New Orleans area or visit home24bank.com to get started today. Good for business, good for life. Home Bank, a member of the FDIC.
Good morning, wake up. The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK.
Good morning, New Orleans, and welcome back to the Good Morning Show at 7:50 a.m. I am Will Sutton. I'm here with Ashley Shelton, and we just heard audio from the Nolan Wells case. Quite disturbing, and very specific and intentional to give you some different reports so you could hear some different perspectives about what we heard or didn't hear. I know where I came down on this, and there might be some disputes about some of the lines I think I heard, but because there were so many lines where it's like, did I hear this? Did I hear this?
Right.
It's like all of that
Yep.
is not inaccurate.
Yep. I agree. And again, I thought he was on the island. I thought they left him on the island. And this audio makes it very clear. Again, even if you just take one or two of the isolated, pieces of audio, they're definitely talking about him, and he is with them on this boat.
Yeah,
And
we are syncing
yeah,
multiple voices. If you listen to the extended audio, the dispatcher asks, "Is there a living human being on the boat?"
yeah.
It's like obviously she's talking to somebody, so she knows there's one, but she's trying to get him to clarify.
Right,
and he couldn't clarify.
Right, he couldn't, and
he couldn't really answer that question.
No, and he couldn't answer. They were sinking, but he couldn't answer if the water was to his ankles, or he said, "I don't know," and that's wild.
Well. Meanwhile, as you were noting, the mom is getting harassed.
Yeah, it is wild. So you're grieving the loss of your son. You have no answers, and the community's attacked. People are attacking this lady at her job. She's a medical professional.
Yes.
And they're using the website, one of the many tools to leave bad reviews about her her profession professionally, and so it's like, so let me get this straight. So she's lost her son. She has no answers, and you're going to target her, and regardless of what you think happened, she still deserves the right to have questions and to want answers. And that shouldn't make her a target for, people willing to, try to take her out professionally, make her lose her career, make her lose, make her lose money at a time when, she just buried her kid.
Right.
It's crazy.
And essentially they're making up stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because they've never even seen her.
No.
They don't, it's wild.
All right, let's go to the talk line. Good morning, James. This is Will Sutton, Ashley Shelton. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you guys?
Good morning.
So I don't know if y'all picked this up, but I picked up the station at the excuse me, guys. I don't know if y'all picked this up or if I picked this up at the end of the station, but I heard on the original connection of the call, I'm all about the cover up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I'm all about the cover up. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'm all about the cover up. Mm-hmm. So they started planning when they realized something had gone wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yeah, we're listening to you.
Yeah,
we're listening. I mean, clearly you're listening, and I appreciate you, saying what you heard.
I also think it wasn't get up, get the F up. It sounded like shut up, because the kid realized he was on a recorded call, and the damn it bark was kind of shut up, dude. Like, you're saying too much right now. So definitely feel sorry for his brother, and his brother needs justice. So
absolutely,
and his mother and his father and brothers, all his siblings going through it. So the people coming out saying they're friends aren't friends.
Right.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna hang up and listen.
All right.
Yeah.
Lord's blessing, James. Thanks for calling.
Thanks.
Have a great day. All right. Well, this certainly is an entirely different layer to this story with what is going on, and as you were saying, how can they ignore this?
Right.
How can they ignore this? And we still have to see what the additional autopsy yields, especially since, based on the reports that Ben Crump gave, the full throat was not available for the full
Autopsy, right? Which is
So-
which is wild because
I mean, because a drowning, it would seem that you need. I'm not a forensic, expert or anything, but it seems like you would need mouth, throat, lungs
to be able
if
to
it
assess
is-
that.
if it is a drowning, or even with toxicology.
Right.
Maybe I'm wrong, but
I
it seems like you
I
would
think
need.
I think you have to have that to,
Yeah.
to draw a conclusion,
Yeah.
a full picture of what happened.
Right. Well, we're going to be talking about culture in a few, but before we transition to this, and maybe we'll talk about this even some more.
Mhm.
But we've got a new I voted sticker.
Yes, and it is so nice, and it is what I love is that it's a ode to New Orleans. It's such a beautiful sticker, and I'm a crawfish girl, love crawfish, but it was time for a little revamp, a little update, and Terrence Osborne actually did the art, and it's a trumpet with a magnolia, some Mardi Gras beads, but it's really, really beautiful, and so I'm excited that we have a new sticker, and when we get ready to go and vote in November, on November 3rd to be exact, we will have new stickers to be able to share and show our friends, and so really excited about that.
Yeah, so this is the sixth I voted sticker released by the Secretary of State, and Terrence Osborne is the fifth Louisiana artist whose art has been featured with this. So this is the 10th anniversary of the I voted sticker, and I love the idea of having I voted stickers, because it's one thing to register to vote, it's another to vote, and then you ought to share and be proud that
absolutely.
you voted.
Exactly.
Let people know that you voted, and remind them that maybe they should vote too.
Exactly. And there's so many elections in Louisiana. The stickers become important. Folks to say, like, we're supposed to vote today? What's going on?
Absolutely.
And we've already had 4 elections this year. 4.
I know.
And one canceled.
Yep. Well,
but so the sticker is an important part of, like, just, having a discussion, people talking about what's on the ballot, people being excited about, the fact that they voted. And it's like, I'm proud. I've got my sticker,
Wonderful. Yep. Well, congratulations to Terrence Osborne. Can't wait to get my I voted sticker.
Yep.
I'll be wearing a piece of art.
Exactly. And like I said, a piece of art that honors New Orleans.
Absolutely. All right. Coming up after the break, we're going to be talking to our friends from the New Orleans Tourism and Cultural Foundation. There is so much going on. We'll be talking with Lisa Alexis and Biff Chief Dow Edwards about what's going on with the foundation. Looking forward to that conversation. You all need to stick and stay so you can be hearing what's going to be going on, be a part of that conversation right after the break. This is WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
WBOK New Orleans, home of the Good Morning Show, 7 to 9 a.m. weekdays.
I'm Misty Jordan with BIN News Now. President Trump is bidding farewell to South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. While speaking at Graham's funeral service at Washington National Cathedral Tuesday, Trump called Graham a beloved friend and a giant of the U.S. Senate.
A true American original who left us much too soon.
Trump said Graham lived to the fullest and died doing the work he was born to do. Graham died unexpectedly July 11th. He was 71 years old. The U.S. and Saudi Arabia have launched airstrikes on Iranian-backed groups in Iraq. The attacks carried out late Tuesday come after Iran launched ballistic missiles at U.S. forces in the Middle East. And according to an annual report from WalletHub, New Hampshire is ranked #1 in the country for health care. Get BIN News now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Good morning, wake up. The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK.
Heartbreaking.
You know, and I'm glad we took the time to play some different reports and hear the different audio so y'all can make up your mind. But my mind's made up.
Yeah.
I know what I heard.
Yeah.
And the fact that I heard multiple lines of the different things, you can take 50% of what I heard away, and it's still the other 50%.
Right. And
I mean,
and again, and this baby's gone. He's no longer
Gone.
with us.
Gone.
And people don't think that the family should have any answers. That blows my mind. My mind.
But on better news, how about that Terrace Osborne Vibe voted sticker?
Yes.
Fabulous.
Homage to New Orleans.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yep,
Beautiful.
Yep. A good segue into our conversation about New Orleans Tourism and Cultural Foundation. We've got our CEO and president, Ms. Lisa Alexis, back with us. And we got Big G Dow Edwards back with us, board member extraordinaire. I don't know about the extraordinaire. I am a board member. Well, I tell you what, you're the one who's here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
Showing up.
Well, of course, the foundation has been doing incredible work over the last several years, and it just seems like just keeps growing and growing and growing and getting bigger and bigger and bigger and better and better and better. Of course, you got something good to work with, our New Orleans culture.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the idea of kind of putting it all together, putting emphasis on it, and building up what we have, I love that about what y'all are doing. So welcome back to the Good Morning Show.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. We're excited.
Yeah. So as we look ahead, one of the things that you all have done is you've got some key things that you've been doing with a number of culture bearers in the community, and talk about some of the masking that has been going on, some of the work you've been doing with masking.
Absolutely. We have just over 5 years or so, we have been able to invest $20 million directly into the culture, and then over $4 million or more directly into our traditional culture and our masking culture. $2.9 million into youth initiatives, and all of that is over 2,300 or so grants. And the reason I give you the numbers, because the numbers reverberate throughout the community and our masking community as well. And so we're excited about the impact that is making, and that impact we trust is affording our masking traditional culture to not only thrive here in New Orleans, but to travel the world, abroad, and really is becoming the face of our culture of the city.
Yeah, I think so often we who live here sometimes look at this as, well, that's just us. But so many people come here because of just us. and we are something special. And the fact that you can quantify the impact, I think, is really important. Chief?
Well, I just want to say one thing that I saw, that we have been supporting the Backstreet Culture Museum.
Yes.
Heavily. And we have, I just saw an article that the Birmingham Museum of Arts just did a feature of the Black masking culture at the Birmingham Art Museum. And it featured Big Chief Troy Young of the Algiers Warriors and other masking members. It was curated, I'm going to mispronounce the lady's name, so I won't try, but it was curated by someone who came to New Orleans, saw our culture, and thought enough of it to be seen in Birmingham, and displayed in Birmingham. And we also have a masking Indian who was seen at the Biennale, Big Chief Demai Malonzo. So the culture is being pushed out around the world, and we're doing everything we can to support and uplift the culture bearers here in New Orleans and put them on platforms for the world to see.
Yeah, I think that's Damon
Malonzo.
Close?
Malonzo.
Okay, all right, got it. Okay. So, kind of spreading the culture around, and that's a good thing because then more people are aware of what is happening here in New Orleans and seeing it around the world. Now, as you continue this effort, tell us about the cultural information system. Sounds like kind of bureaucracy, but in the context of culture, what is this cultural information system?
Well, the Cultural Information System, will be known as the CIS, is going to be a digital platform that we're in the initial developmental stages of its primary function to serve as a digital platform, a marketing tool for our cultural industry to connect our culture to the world.
Cool. So that'll be available pretty much anywhere if it's digital.
Absolutely. It can be taken any and everywhere, and not only taken everywhere by our culture, but it is accessible from anywhere and everywhere so that we may allow people who are seeking out our culture to book them, to engage with them, to support them, for our culture themselves to merchandise their work, as well as have visibility. It's going to also be a grants and resource system so that opportunities are available on that system. But it's going to be an educational system because it's going to provide information and cultural mapping, preservation, history, and information on that system as well through all of our wonderful neighborhoods that are so well known. And maybe not, but now have the opportunity to be well known and understand why you should visit our community and learn more.
Well, Chief, I've heard you talk about this a few times, so I'm going to bring it up in the context of CIS, and that is people taking advantage of the culture.
Yeah.
And the implications of being a culture bearer and not protecting your brand. And I've heard you talk about the kind of legalities of that and how, yes, it's our culture, but there's some branding, some marketing, and legal protections that go with that. And so it seems to me like this digital platform is going to be a way to help folks with the types of things I've heard you talk about.
Absolutely. I think that this. Let me just back up a little bit, if you will, okay, and I'll come back and touch on that. For far too long, New Orleans has been known as where the culture bubbles up from the street without any real support from the public sector. And so what we have done is at the Culture and Tourism Foundation is that we have tried to be a place that really supports, enhances, and empowers the culture bearers, right? And so one of the first things that I got involved with when I came on as a board member, Lisa said that she had a group that she was trying to form talking about the Cultural Working Group. And that Cultural Working Group was members from throughout the culture, different sectors of culture, who can come in and help inform the board and the foundation as to what things the culture might need, right? So the culture is still bubbling up from the street, but now we're listening. One of the things that Lloyd Dennis, the chairman, has always said, we need to listen, put our ears to the grind and listen and be there to support, not dictate, but listen and support. And so what we came together to do, we came together and gathered, say, about 9 people from different sectors of the culture, different genres of culture in New Orleans. And that Cultural Working Group came together. It was Jeffrey Darrensburg, who was a writer and publisher. It was Joseph Santiago, who's also a writer and publisher. We have Ann Collins Smith, who is a visual arts person. And we have Hannah Krieger Benson, who is in performance and traditions. We have Mama Jamelia Peter Muhammad, who's building and preservation. Sue Press, performance and traditions. We have Giovanni Joseph, who's performance and traditional practices. And Jay Kaiser, who's the food-related and cultural activities. And see, we had met for over a year, coming together, formulating ideas, trying to figure out what impact can we come together with and put back on the streets in a way that will continue to our mission of enhancing, empowering, and improving the educational base of our culture bearers. And so we came together, we formed over the 5 or 6 months, finally came up with and stuck with the idea of building a cultural information system, right? And that cultural information system, as Lisa said, can do a variety of different things to support and empower. But back to your point, is that can be a place where we can put on the system and all of our culture bearers can go and look and see what their legalities are. We can see that artists can see about copyright laws, see about the Louisiana Allen Toussaint legacy law, how that protects their images from people coming in and just taking from them. We can see how to market yourself. You can build a digital page with like a digital business card for people to come in and look at and see. Now, we got a significant ways down the road with this. There was a new transition to a new mayor, and the mayor had a transition team dealing with culture aspects. And we got wind that the transition team dealing with the culture aspect was saying the same things that the cultural information group was saying, right? They wanted to have something where people can connect, where everybody can kind of come together. So we reached out, we found out, and we reached out to Brandon B. Mike Owens and then Terrence Osborne, who were the leaders of that transition team. We invited them in to be with us. We brought them in, we informed them of what was going on, and they jumped right in and started helping us, giving us ideas and how to improve what we can do. And so it's a big collaboration, but it shows how the culture bubbles up from the street. And if you listen to it, you can be there to support them, because everybody, it's not by mistake that they were saying the same thing that we have been working and saying on for that year. It shows the importance of listening and then putting into action and being supportive and helping out. But that's what one of the things the cultural information system is going to do. I'm just so proud of all those people that come in, volunteered, and worked through that cultural working group to come up with ideas, and we're looking to put it into fruition, and continue to work on development.
Yeah. Sounds like 2 + 2 = 5, 6, 7, or 8.
Got an exponent on it. I love it. And so, why is a platform like this needed for the cultural community? Why is this going to be so critical and a game changer for our culture bearers here in New Orleans?
It is going to be key, and Big Chief is doing so well in framing this, and so it is going to, what we hope to be, our organization, the Tourism and Cultural Foundation, is an economic development corporation. So we are striving and thriving to create economic development for our cultural artists, the cultural industry. So we wanted to answer to your question, to create revenue, to increase their revenue, bookings, opportunities through other types of resources, not just grants, but there could be foundational philanthropy that is existing on there. We are currently in the testing phases of it all. And I'm happy to say, just on yesterday, we had the Cultural Working Group in there testing the system. And we have live opportunities currently in there. And while someone was doing the testing, they saw a grant opportunity or a resource opportunity and applied for it on yesterday. And so, we want it to be real-time opportunities.
I love that.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I think it's so important, when I see these beautiful images of the all the masking, all the suits, all of the things that go into it, I'm always so grateful. But I always think as well too, like how do they protect their images? How do they protect the ways in which that culture like ends up? It's everywhere, right? You see it. I remember the Super Bowl, the emblem. I mean, to have a New Orleanian. Bead that emblem was just amazing, and so this is just so exciting to kind of have all of this come to one place, and one to on one side provide access and revenue and generate that revenue, but then also two, just create a space for everybody to be able to come together and both learn, see, and create opportunity.
Yeah, I think that one of the best aspects, as I see it, is that someone in Paris, France, who really loves New Orleans and wants to know about some of the cultural aspects and what's going on in New Orleans, can just go on the cultural information system and peruse through it. They can look at the venues that are here in New Orleans, who's playing live music, who has jazz music, who has hip hop music, who has second line music, who has other things. And also, those venues can look on there. We need artists. We need musicians.
Right.
We need to have a jazz band. They can go through the profiles because it's going to be listed by profiles and sections and segments, and then they can just go in there, gravitate to that, link up with them, engage them at their venue. Someone in Paris can look and say they want to see Trombone Shorty at the Candlelight, right? And then they can see it right there, book it, buy it, and everybody can benefit from a system like this that really kind of uplifts and empower their particular aspect of it.
I'll give you an example. A few weeks ago, I love our culture. I'm not as deep in it as you are. Somebody called me because they wanted to know, Will, who do you know in New Orleans that's a good Prince impersonator? I had no clue. I love Prince. I love the music. I don't know people talented like that in that specific niche.
Right.
But this sounds like a place where that kind of
find what you're
person
looking
could
for.
go. And all kinds of ways. But it also sounds like it's so much work to develop what is coming. I mean, this is like incredible. I want to talk some more about that. We're going to take a break, and we'll talk some more about the impact of what you're doing. This is remarkable.
It is. It's exciting.
All right. Well, it's 8:21 a.m. I'm Will Sutton here with Ashley Shelton, and we are talking about our New Orleans culture, and right now talking about the CIS, and we don't mean NCIS. We ain't doing any investigation.
Right,
We're trying to put things in place for the culture. It's 8:21 a.m. When we come back after the break, we'll talk some more about that and so much more. This is WBOK 1230 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about
all day long.
Good Wednesday morning. I'm Daryl Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. Neighbors in St. Roch are raising concerns over a dangerous intersection with frequent crashes, sometimes leading to property damage. Public records showed 12 911 calls for car or traffic incidents at North Miro and Elysian Fields so far this year. One man we spoke to near St. Roch Avenue and North Robertson Street says he's moving out of New Orleans because of repeated crashes in the area. Mayor Helena Moreno released a safety action plan in May. It lists millions of dollars in planned improvements along North Claiborne Avenue, North Robertson Street, and Elysian Fields Avenue. All right, a fresh face is coming for a storied street, home to culture, movies, and memories. City leaders are looking to restore Canal Street to the distinct destination it once was, announcing a new initiative for the crucial corridor. The Canal Street Renaissance Initiative aims to improve public safety and increase economic development. The first phase of this initiative is already underway, and city leaders say it focuses on public safety, code enforcement, and infrastructure. The new phases of the project will focus on expanding arts and entertainment, recruiting new retailers, and filling vacant storefronts. And major changes coming too soon as oversight of the Sewage and Water Board of New Orleans shifts from the state to the New Orleans City Council on August 1st. So on Thursday, the council will consider a proposed ordinance that will create a new governing structure for the utility. This would include changes to the board's composition, responsibilities, and city oversight. Tomorrow's meeting on the future of Sewage Water Board starts at 10 a.m. I'm Daryl Forges, and that's your headlines for WBOK. And have a great day.
Real issues, real talk, real solutions. Miss an episode of The Reality Check? You can catch every episode anytime. Search WBOK Media on your favorite podcast app to tap the bold commentary, real-time reactions, and powerful perspectives from the people and leaders shaping our city. Download, share, and rate it 5 stars because the real ones always stay informed.
Climate Hope NOLA presents this month's climate keyword, adaptation. Climate adaptation means preparing our communities for stronger storms, hotter days, flooding, and rising water. That means planting trees, restoring wetlands, protecting homes, and helping families recover stronger after disasters. In New Orleans, resilience is part of who we are and how we survive. Learn more, stay informed, and take action with Climate Hope NOLA. Visit Team Hope NOLA on Instagram to learn more.
We are the rhythm of the streets.
The flavor in every dish.
The story in every song.
We are New Orleans Tourism and Cultural Foundation.
We help artists build the future of New Orleans.
Because when the culture thrives, our people thrive.
Every note, every brushstroke, every dish is a door opening new possibilities for those who carry our traditions forward. And when we open that door, the whole city moves forward. For New Orleans Tourism and Cultural Foundation, culture is our open door.
This is The Law in Your Legacy. I'm attorney Pete Hamilton.
I'm attorney Ryan Hamilton.
If you had $1 million, would you leave it to an 18-year-old?
Hopefully not, but that's exactly what can happen with a simple will. The money goes straight to your kids when they hit the legal age, no guardrails.
A trust lets you control when and how they receive their inheritance. You can set ages, milestones, or even make sure they finish school first.
Give them security, not a spending spree.
This is not legal advice. That's just a tip brought to you by Liberty Bank and Trust. For more information, go to libertybank.net or contact us at 504-915-5016.
Protect your community. Build your future. Looking for more than just a job? The Southeast Louisiana Flood Protection Authority East is hiring. Join the Flood Protection Authority on Tuesday, August 4th and Wednesday, August 5th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at 6920 Franklin Avenue in New Orleans for a 2-day career fair. Meet hiring managers, interview for over 50 immediate openings, and discover a rewarding career protecting more than 1 million residents across Southeast Louisiana. Bring your resume and come dressed for success. Visit floodauthority.org for more information.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Today's another WDSU First Warning Weather Alert Day. Because of the extreme heat, we could feel like 108 to 115 today. Probably not 115, but close enough. Highs for today, 93 to 98 degrees, mostly sunny, a 20% chance of a shower. Overnight lows dropping to the 70s and 80s. Highs for your Thursday back into the 90s, but better chances for rain. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Reshaw.
Good morning, Wake Up. The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, New Orleans. Welcome back to the Good Morning Show. Whether you've been in tune with us and 702-704-67810 or 8:25 a.m. It's 8:27, and we're in conversation about our New Orleans culture and the incredible foundation and what they're doing with CIS. Learning about CIS this morning, putting some things in place for a digital platform that is going to be so rich and rewarding, an educational resource, a cultural mapping resource, a historical information resource.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait
Yes.
to see this. I'm Will Sutton here with Ashley Shelton.
Good morning.
And we were talking about this, the building of this thing, and you all have put so much work into it already. And I'm just imagining all that it's going to be. And one of the things that is special about our culture is you talked about bubbling up, but there's some structures to be in place from the bubbling up, and this sounds like that's going to be a key starting point to meeting people where they are.
Absolutely. And so with that, in meeting everyone where they are, we would like to share that we want everyone to know that we listened, Big Chief Dow, we listened, and this is being designed for you, the culture. And we are going to be there right with you as you, the culture, lead us, TCF, into what this would grow to be. So there is going to be hands-on opportunities throughout this process so that we build it in the way it will be opportunities, revenue generating, economic opportunities for cultural artists, for funders, for governments as well. It is going to be all of that and more. And we know that to be a fact because just in preliminary engagement on our grant side, as we provide the technical assistance for what is needed there, we've been able to help our artists not only move forward in the work and the creativity that they've designed, but it's been able to elevate and create opportunities for other artists as well as those who are seeking to enjoy and appreciate the culture here and abroad.
I love the listening. I tell people all the time, I said it is the key to doing anything well. If you want to do something well, you have to listen because there's so much richness too when you listen. Like the community knows, right? Community knows, and like you said, bubbles up from the streets. And so, as artists are heard listening to us this morning, and they're thinking about this platform and CIS, it sounds like there's going to be a lot of technical assistance and capacity building to be able to support artists and engaging with it. And so, can you talk a little bit about what that looks like?
Yes, absolutely. We will have staff on board that will work with our artists. We're going to have, and we already have, we're having someone who's going to be our community and economic development coordinator who is going to work with our artists because this system, we want it to be in excellence as it relates to the marketing page, your business platform and all. And so we're going to work with you directly on that. We have a marketing person who is going to make sure that we are engaging you. So if you have an event, if you have activities coming up, if you're selling a certain product, that we will make sure that that goes onto that profile page and you are comfortable in your engagement with everyone in doing that.
That's amazing. Again, we so often people create things and then don't give people real access in terms of how to use it. And so that, technical assistance is going to be critical and so important for folks to be able for the tool to be exactly what you're building it to be. And so, so grateful and so excited.
Yes. And we're going to have videos for everything. We also, our motto, culture is our open door. Well, now with the cultural information system, we want to carry that theme forward to having the key to open the door. So the key to marketing, the key to tourism, the key to education, the key to upward mobility in building your business, scaling your business, and growing your business.
And one thing I think that's important is that a lot of our culture bearers really don't necessarily have enough hope and belief that opportunity can come to them, right? And I think that we're taking away those barriers, right, that would normally preclude us from being able to find access to opportunity. And we're putting open doors right in front of them. But now, what's really important is that it's only going to be good as your engagement with the system, right? We have to really dig deep and become engaged in the system. We have to be. This is not about investigation, but it's up to the artists and culture bearers to investigate how this can help them, right? So it is kind of an investigative tool, because there's going to be so many opportunities that's, I don't want to use this word because it might think you might not be able to find it, embedded in the system, right? But it's going to be easily easily for you to be able to see where those opportunities are, right?
Yeah.
And so we encourage everybody to, once we go live, to really dive into this, right? Make this your opportunity maker. Make this the places where you can go find all of your opportunities and all of the self-help that you might need to put you on a different trajectory in your craft.
Yeah. So, I'm listening to all of this, and it sounds like this will be the New Orleans culture go-to spot.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's like you need this, you need that,
Right.
that kind of thing. And and again, thinking about maybe some people don't have hope. Maybe they have a specialty with this, that, or the other thing. You see them here, oh my God, so talented. But sometimes they might not even know who in another tribe, who in another group has other skills, like they're an attorney.
Right.
They're an engineer.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, great
Right.
They're in construction.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
I had no idea. I just see your suit.
Yes, sir.
I just see you playing that horn. I had no idea you're a doctor and all that. Because we got all kinds of people
In our culture.
who are a part of the culture.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And you're right. And that's why going on and filling out that profile page and putting all of those segments, checking all the segments that you belong to in that profile, because the system is being designed to have those links to automatically
Right.
attach you if you're a visual artist, but you also make cakes, and then you also sing songs, right? All of those things, we're gonna put you in categories for them to be able to find you from all of those different attributes that you bring to the culture. We want somebody to be able to find you, to engage you, to do those things. And the cross pollination you're talking about with the doctors or the lawyers. If you have a lawn care service, right? If you have a masonry service, if you do anything, put it in there, load it up, because somebody can find you in this cultural information system, right? Somebody might be looking for somebody that can do these things, and we're designing it to be able to point you out to the people that are looking for somebody that wants the service that you provide.
What do you mean it's April? I got to file taxes? Oh, Lord. Okay, I need some help with that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Indeed.
Absolutely. Well, one of the things that you already do is kind of events and calendar and that kind of thing. So I would imagine that's going to be a part of this. And so people in other parts of the nation and the world will be able to go to this digital platform and see what's coming up. Of course, we know you can come here anytime.
Right.
And have a good time and be exposed to the culture. But sometimes there's certain events that attract people.
Absolutely. And we will have an events page, and it's going to cross connect throughout. And so that opportunity will exist for events. There could be historic, there could be training, as you mentioned. All of those cultural aspects will exist for you to market yourself. And I just want to note for those who are listening and understand culture is every aspect of culture you can imagine. And so you hear of us speak to our traditional culture, our traditional practices, but understand that the cultural information system is for every form of culture. If you're an author, if you are preservationist,
Right, I was
if
saying
you
historian.
are theater, if you are fashion, my fashion folks get on me all the time. So we want to send the love out to our fashion designers.
All right. Give some bell love over here.
Culinary,
Yeah.
our culinary, spoken word, comedians. You think of the aspect, if you are brewing coffee right now, all of the different coffee shops we have that are great, this is for you as well. And this is an opportunity for you to have that profile page where it affords you to have advertisement without creating your own website. Then, if you are an established business and culture as well, you can also be a part of the cultural information system. And what that does is just expand your visibility, and it can connect directly to your website and page. And so we are creating this so that we have more visibility and connections with all of our other entities that are already in existence.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the most important things that we talked about in the cultural working group was that we didn't want to step on anybody's toes that already has an established niche, right? We know that WWOZ has a second line parade calendar, right? We know that they have been very, very invested in helping support the second line and the parading culture. And we don't want to step on their toes, but what we can do is provide a link that directly sends them to their calendar, right? Somebody wants to know, they can come to the cultural information system and then get a direct link to the second line parades through WWOZ. And so it'll facilitate traffic going to their site. And I don't want to just say WWOZ, but there's other entities that are out there that have established their place in our culture, cultural framework of the city of New Orleans, and they do good things to help support the culture. We don't want to take from that. What we want to do is allow them to partner or link with us through the culture information center that will drive more traffic through their site, and then give them the opportunity to showcase what it is that they do as well. We're about enhancing and supporting all cultural entities in this beautiful city, and being able to empower them and then support them to grow their own revenues. We're not in the revenue making business. We're in the revenue supporting business. We want to have economic development for all cultural aspects of the city. Culture, for years it used to be a real sore spot that we would say that the only thing New Orleans has is its culture. We lost the oil field. We lost jobs. Well, culture is our pathway at this point in time. And we have to do everything to support it so it can drive the economics of the city of New Orleans to the point where we can really be self-supporting at this point in time. It is what it is. And that's what we have now. I'm not saying we shouldn't go after other avenues to bring economic development in. But right now, culture is our economic driver, and we got to do everything we can to support it.
Absolutely. So when is the public going to be able to engage?
Get excited.
Right. So when are we going to be able to engage with the CIS? Okay.
Like Lisa said, we were in testing last night, right? And through the testing, we discovered certain things that need to be done. And so we are doing the due diligence to make sure that when it hits the street, there's something everybody talk about in a good way, right? So we're looking early fall, and we are very ambitious with that. But I will say this, we're going to do our best to make sure that when it hits the street right, right? And so we still some testing and some bugs to go through.
Yes, absolutely. And it's all good because we're wanting to be sure that from this system that with the offering of opportunities, connections, resources, and outside sources, connecting with that we're also able to do analytics, and we're able to draw economic development data and information from that. So we're hoping that that will also help support and inform policy.
Absolutely.
As well as what is needed there to even drive or scaling economic opportunities or businesses. So with placing all of those factors in there, we're just wanting to make sure that we launch correctly and strong, and then able to build for this to be scalable as well. We're working with a great technical development company, Creativity Justified, and a very talented team of people who are working to ensure that this is not only an opportunity that we'll have, but it can grow to be opportunities across the United States and across the world. When we did research with the Cultural Working Group, we learned that there were just 3 other states that had a system like this, and at this time there may be 1 to 2 remaining. So we want to make sure what we have is sustaining
Absolutely.
and moving forward.
And what can artists do now? Well, as we're waiting on the site to be introduced in the fall, what can artists do now as they to prepare to have their information on the site?
Thank you for the question. Come to our website, notcf.com. Scroll down to the bottom, and you will be able to put in your information. And I want to make sure I have it. Right at the bottom of every page on our website is a part that says Stay Connected to NOLA's Cultural Pulse. And there is where you would put your information and the subject line, CIS. Easy does it. Or you can go to info@notcf.com. And you can also say that here's my name, email address, and this is the information, so that we are currently collecting that and have been for over the past year, so that you are informed and you receive the latest information of where to go, when to launch. We're going to be utilizing and working with artists to test, to make sure we can work every hiccup that we can think of out in advance. So notcf.com, and you'll be connected.
What they say? Register. register. So
be ready.
Register and then participate. Register and participate.
Love
All right.
that.
So for clarification, so is this for a certain group of culture folks in terms of age? Can you be 8, 18, 28, 58? I mean,
Yes.
Where?
Yes.
I would say that it is for anyone. Anyone who believes they have an autistic fiber in their body, right? Sign up, register, and then go into the system and figure out which genre of culture best suits you. I mean, we all have autistic things in our body. I didn't think I had an autistic bone in my body. I couldn't draw a stick man straight or a circle round, right? And I said, I can't. And then years later, now look at this, right? So if you think you have any type of cultural endeavor or any type of cultural aspirations, register and come find out. We'll support you. We'll enhance you. We'll empower you to do whatever it is you want to do inside the cultural community.
all right. Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk some more about this incredible thing that you all are building and more about the New Orleans Tourism and Cultural Foundation. We're in conversation with Lisa Alexis and Big Chief Darrell Edwards. I'm Will Sutton with Ashley Shelton. Ashley, what's that talk line number in case anybody wants to jump in?
Yes, please call us at 504-582-9422.
This is WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about
all day long.
Trying to grow your business or increase traffic to your location? We can help. WBOK 1230 AM has a number of solutions that will meet your individual needs. Give one of our consultants a call today at 504-582-9420 or email us at info@wbok1230.com. And remember, an investment with WBOK is an investment in our community. Call today.
This is Andronica Morris, host of Put Housing First. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock, where we will discuss how housing affects every aspect of our lives and what's necessary, what's needed to guarantee housing for all. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock as we dig down deep onto the issues that affect all of us.
Interest rates and inflation are out of control. Is your credit card debt also out of control? It's time to resolve your debt and take back control for a lot less than what you owe. If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, then you need to call us right now. Debt Fix Pros can significantly reduce the amount you owe, and you could be debt-free faster than you think.
I knew we had to do something. Our debt was growing.
It was getting out of control, and we just didn't know what to do.
We saw an ad for Debt Fix Pros. We called, and they showed us how fast they could get us out of debt.
It really was amazing, and now we're back in control.
Call now, and we'll show you how easy it is to fix your debt. The call and consultation are free. Call Debt Fix Pros right now at 800-311-5977. That's 800-311-5977. 800-311-5977.
Good morning, Wake Up. The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK.
Welcome back to the Good Morning Show. Good morning, good morning, good morning, New Orleans. This is Will Sutton and Ashley Shelton.
Good
We're in
morning.
conversation with Big Chief Dow Edwards and Lisa Alexis from the New Orleans Tourism and Cultural Foundation. I'm so excited about this CIS digital platform that y'all building. Sounds amazing. I might have to get a sneak peek at the preview as it's like in motion being built. But this is going to be incredible. I can't wait to see the actual launch. But meanwhile, y'all doing some other things, and so looking forward to. I think something's coming up even this weekend, right?
Yes. We are the presenting sponsor of the Satchmo Festival, and we're very excited. Please come out. Come one, come all to the Satchmo Summer Festival. It's going to be at the New Orleans Jazz Museum, and we have had a great investment and relationship with festivals. And to this point, since 2022, we have invested approximately $300,000 into the Satchmo Festival in partnership with them, and it's really been great.
So give us a sense for those who haven't been. What is the Satchmo Festival? How's that the same or different from some of our other festivals that we have around the city?
Satchmo Festival is going to be focused on Louis Armstrong. And so the music, the educational series, and the performances are going to be probably 3 or 4-fold. There's going to be educational aspects on it for Louis Armstrong, for creating and discovering. He has brought jazz to the forefront, and that is an honor to him at this time as the Satchmo Festival takes place. And so it's focused on a great, unique artist, as opposed to other festivals have their purposes as well. But this is who we'll be honoring. And of course, there'll be food.
Music. Whoa, what'd you say? Food?
Food, music. But you know, I love the Mardi Gras Indian masking tradition. I love the second line parading masking tradition. But there's no greater cultural bearer or cultural ambassador for the city of New Orleans than Louis Armstrong. Mm-hmm. You know, Louis Armstrong, in a way, gives us direction. And part of that direction is that we need to support our homegrown artists here so they don't feel like they have to go somewhere else to reach the economic levels that they deserve to be compensated at, right? And that's part of what we do at the New Orleans Culture and Tourism Foundation. But the Louis Armstrong Festival really is about teaching the younger kids all of the things that they need to be able to not only survive, but thrive in the music industry. And it has a broad spectrum of things that they delve into with these young kids. And it's just important that a lot of our cultural bearers at this point in time, musicians, pour back into the education of the kids. And so that's what the festival is really, one of the main things that the festival drives is empowering our youth through the musics of Louis Armstrong and his life histories to give them a direction, sense of direction, where they want to go and where they want to be.
So that's Saturday and Sunday at 11?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And is there the jazz service on Sunday like there has been before?
So there is going to be a mass, and the mass is taking place. And forgive me, no one
St.
kills me.
Augustine?
Yes, St. Augustine Church. That's where
Unless
it has.
it's changed.
That's where it has
Unless-
been, and so please, yes.
I'm sorry. I've been before.
At 10 a.m. Yes, I have as well. 10 a.m. At 10 a.m. will be the mass, and from that mass, folks will parade in second line over to the New Orleans Jazz Museum for the festival.
All right. All right. Okay. And gala time.
Gala,
coming
whoop,
up.
whoop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nominations.
Nominations are open. Please, you all. Nominations are open until July 31st. Please nominate your artist of the year, your organization. Please come to NOTCF.com, hit the gala button, and please nominate these wonderful people, wonderful artists. It is all driven by you. And so we want you to nominate our artists, lifetime achievement, emerging artists, established artists, and an organization. Please nominate. Once those nominations come in, a selection committee, totally outside of NOTCF staff or board, come together and they do an electronic voting for the honorees. So please understand that the community and all of the professionals drive this experience. Please nominate so that we will be able to honor our artists here who are locally and who continue to drive our economy.
You know, what you all do has become such a big thing that, kind of hard to get a ticket the closer, the closer you
But
get
tickets
to
are
it.
going to be available, everyone. Tickets are available. There's plenty of time. And it's going to be held January 14th, 2027 at the Fillmore, New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Okay.
it'll be a great
Okay.
time.
And one of the things with these nominations, you have amazing people, but I think sometimes people think, well, it's if the name isn't big enough, then they probably don't want me to nominate this person.
Oh no. We're not looking for big names. We're looking for people who have done the work.
Right, big impact.
If you have done the work, and I don't care if you have never sold an album, right? But if people have heard you and people in New Orleans think you're worthy of being acknowledged, then we want to acknowledge you. We have no input as a board or as a staff, no input whatsoever into who gets these awards. But we want to make sure that everyone who believes in someone or thinks that they want to do it, we want you to nominate someone. All sectors. We're talking about, we're dealing with culinary. We're dealing with architecture. We're dealing with writing. We're dealing with performance artists. We're dealing with emerging artists. If you're new, visual artists. If you're new and no one knows about you, you're emerging, right?
You could be emerging for a while.
You're emerging. And we want And we want someone who believes in you, who've seen your work and think that you're worthy of it, to support and put you up there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and look, I know how this works sometimes. You can call one of your friends and tell them to nominate you if you believe you are worthy of it, right? But you're gonna go. You will
can nominate yourself as well.
And but you're gonna go through what we do think a rigorous and proper evaluation to select the best candidate out of all of the nominations for these things. And we've had some great awardees of these events. Some of them have had great family names and great names, but then there's others who you might not have heard of who got a chance to be put up on the pedestal that they deserve to be on.
All right. Well, we're going to have to wrap up, make room for the front porch. Before we let you go, what's the best way for people to be in touch, to find out more? What's your call to action for our listeners?
Call to action, go to NOTCF.com. You will be connected to everything from nominations to the CIS system, our newsletter, grant opportunities that are coming up September 1st. So we're going to tease that as we love to see you again on next month to give you more information on those opportunities.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for getting up early and coming on in. It's one thing to be up, whole different thing to be on. So we appreciate your being here. It is 8:59 a.m. I'm Will Sutton with Ashley Shelton. Yes. Thank you for being here these couple of days.
We've had a good time. Yes, we had a good time.
And thank your family for allowing you to do this. All right, folks, look, the front porch is coming up next, and after that, we got Tavis Smiley, and of course, in the afternoon, none other than a G-Man on the Reality Check. All right, folks, Lord's blessings, Lord willing, I'll be back here on tomorrow. This is WBOK, 12:30 a.m., what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.